Rift Selector rewards scenarios. The best way to grab them, the volume you're going to get, loads of 6-star shards, loads of tier 3 alpha fragments and tier 6 basic fragments, all you need to know about threat level 5 and threat level 4 when figuring out what to do with all of your 28 runs, and also using unstable, stabilized and perfected energy dimensional things. Sorry, it's quite tiring doing all these spreadsheets and numbers and things, and what a week it's been, hey? Yeah, in any case, and I've still not scratched the surface, as I said, with content that I want to make on the side quest. So let's get rocking and rolling. This is a video I wanted to get out here by Thursday, but now it's, Saturday, and it's crazy times. Crazy times. But let's get to the point. Look, you've got 28 runs, and you've got to make some very key decisions about what you're picking. Now, look, you've got to make a decision. You get to choose 2 selectors from your path, as a lot of you know. And what I missed out when I was covering this was that it would produce 2 reward selectors, each allowing summoners to pick one of the listed items. So it's basically saying if you had your Paragon and your 806 shards, it's 1,600 if you choose both of them. You don't have to. You could go 800 6-star shards plus 2,506 basic fragments. That's your prerogative. And this video is not about saying choose this way or go this way. It's just basically giving you a scenario. By the time this video comes out, you're probably on run number 3. Although I am, or run number 4. I think is it run number 4? Probably 3 actually. I am hearing people have been able to bypass this and use the go in the stash to get access to the energy. That's very weird, but it's a broke kabam. A kabam are broken this week. They're super broken, of course they are. But look, you want to make decisions. You want to be able to select things. You want to be able to go, right, well, at the end of the month, what am I looking at, Rich? And that is what we're going to do. It's more than likely going to be reflected for threat level 5 and threat level 4, which I think, based on this, is Paragon and Thronebreaker. I'll try and do lower, like Cavalier and Uncollected, but it's just finding the time at the moment. And yeah, so I will find the time to do Cavalier. I don't know if I do Uncollected, but it may be a case it's kind of representative of threat level 3. Yeah, I think I'll do threat level 3 as the next video, solely on that one. But also check out the link in the description to the spreadsheet. If you don't know already, I've done a nice little spreadsheet. The spreadsheet or Google Drive sheet. We've got guaranteed rewards information. We've got best teams. That's something I've got to work on. Another video. Solo event guide. We've got an objectives guide. We've got how it works. Lots of things are on the way. I'm working on a lot of different things at the same time. But of course, Rift Rewards Scenarios is the tab that we're going to be referring to in this one. Oh, by the way, shout out to Wes. Or Eric, I don't know who it is, sent a very nice message via the notification system for accessing the spreadsheet. You don't have to ask to edit it. Download a copy, view it. But thank you very much. I've received some nice messages, so I appreciate that. We're working hard. We're working through the night, man. It's darkness out there. You can probably see that it's total blackness out there, and I should really kind of close the curtains, but yeah. Also, I need a haircut, but that's another story for another day. Any case, let's get down to business, shall we? What are we in the business for? Well, if you're Paramore, misery. But if you're not, Paramore, then you got scenarios. So one of the scenarios that we're going to focus on, we're going to focus on several ones, as you can see. I've kind of set this out. It's really tough to kind of spread this out in a way that's not going to be too messy, but sadly, it's going to be messy because you've got to explain stuff. When you go through, it is highly likely, don't quote me on this, but it is highly likely you will go to the same path, path A, right? It'll be the path selectors, where you'll be able to get some stuff. It reminds me of that, what is it called, Anchorman thing. 60% of the time, it works every time. It's kind of like that.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
As Kabam say here, 60% of the time you're going to go on path A, path B is 25% of the time. So I've kind of made this all about path A because of the chances you're just going to go path A. But look, for this, if you are looking to do the shard me up, baby. So if you want to shard yourself up, It actually sounds weird. It sounds like you're pooping yourself, shard yourself up. No, shart yourself up. Any case, if you go down this route, theoretically, if you go to path C with your selector, so if you select on path C, you get 3,000 6-star shards times 2. That's 6,000 apiece, 6,000, 6,000, and then back on, as well as the 6-star awakening gem for the perfected. Again, if you've lost you on this one, throughout the month, you'll get the opportunity to go to these solo events, these portal masteries. You get yourself some of these types of so these items here, which is stabilized dimensional entry. I'm assuming that we get 28 days of access. I could be wrong. We could get more. Hey, that'd be great if we get more. 28 runs of access, but you get these here: perfected, stabilized, and unstable, and another unstable. So you get to pick and choose. What the two unstables gives you access to A, B, and C. So choose what's on A, B, or C path. And then you can use the stabilized to do A, B, C, and D. And the perfected one, I would recommend using path E because it's a 6-star awakening gem. That kind of like, it's feels like a no-brainer, by the way, on that one. But look, if indeed that's the case, and it works the way it is, you could be looking at 56,400 6-star shards. That's a possibility. As I said, this is based off of information. Like, I'm surprised as well. So I had to kind of constantly go back to this and go, is this correct? And this indeed is based on the Paragon side of things, which says that, look, 800 times 2, 1,600. Path C, 3,000 6-star shards times 2, because it's 2 selectors, is 3,000. 2 times 3,000 is 6,000. And then, of course, we've got the 1 6-star awakened gem for path E. That's how I make it out to be on that one, right? So that could be your option. You could go down that route. That's a choice. The next one I've referred to as Tier 6 Basic and Tier 3 Alpha. In this one, if you're a Paragon player and doing threat level 5, then you're going down the route of 5k a time of Tier 6 Basic fragments. Again, it's 2,500. It's times 2. It's on Path A. Look, you may get Path A all the time. You may not get Path A. But I'm just saying, I'm just giving you the option here. I mean, last time I think we did something like this, I got all of the kind of like the lowest kind of like path, which is basically the highest percentage path you'd land on. So weirder things have happened and non-weird things have happened. Just going to get to the point and jump to the very bottom of this. I've set up a scenario where you can pick up 57,500 of the Tier 6 Basic fragments, basically saying that you get a fully formed Tier 6 Basic, and 46,000 Tier 3 Alpha fragments, which, look, you know, that'll form. I'm not saying that you should do that. If you're close to forming any of these, then you don't have to do it. You know, you could just select some of the other stuff like shards or helpful materials, relic rank ups. You choose. It's up to you. There's also a scope to grab some 6-star signature stones, which would be 5 of the generic and 6 of the crystals. So it's kind of a worth of 16. But again, it's down to personal choice. And then you can just do some 6-star shards if you wanted to. Don't have to. You could grab some more Tier 3 Alpha and Tier 6 Basic. Again, it's down to personal choice. But those are the two kind of major ones that are threat level 5. I'm not doing relic-based scenarios, and that's just because I don't... Look, there's these are more kind of like interesting things to get. Players want to dupe their 6 stars. Players want to get 7-star shards. Players want to get 6-star featured crystals. Players would like to get themselves Tier 3 Alpha, Tier 6 Basics. Yeah, okay, maybe they want relics, but look, it's just all about the chase meta stuff at the moment. Relics come and go. You know, you get them free from Battlegrounds from just moving up the tiers. You can buy some relic shards in the Battleground store. Again, personal preference. You could even buy 6-star shards and kind of like completely flip out what you're doing and what you're providing. There's lots of scenarios. When it comes to threat level 4, however, different matrix altogether, especially because there's a different type of way of looking. Obviously, there's a shard me up, baby, 6-star shards wise, which could see a Thronebreaker player or threat level 4 player getting 33,200 6-star shards. Not a huge amount in comparison, but again, it's down to personal preference. The doubling up is not as severe, it's not as good as the threat level 5, so to bear that in mind. when it comes to the underworld shards and frags, this one is very much based on if you want to get some of those Cavalier crystals. I haven't really explored that opportunity this month, and that's just because I don't know if it's overly there. You can bump down to threat level 4 just for the lols, but at the end of the day, why would you? You can pick up 60,000 of those Cavalier crystals, so maybe it's a benefit for those in threat level 4 and maybe want to get some spicy stuff, especially because you look at the opportunity to get tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic may be very non-interesting to Thronebreaker players. We've got a scenario for that in a minute, so again, it's down to a personal preference. You can look at this and go yay, or you can look at it and go nay. Especially if you're a horse, you could say nay. In any case, 6,250 tier 6 basic fragments, 4,800 tier 3 alpha fragments, 6,000 6-star shards. Again, an option, a preference, but maybe not interesting everybody. But what may interest some is going in the direction of tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha frags for those that are Thronebreaker or threat level 4 players. And that is this, that by going path A and C, a combination of select, the stable, unstable, I'm not repeating myself on how to use those, I've just explained that. You pick your poison, you pick your paths A, B, C, and if you've got with the unstable, if you want the stabilized, you go D. Choose what you like with that one. But to get right to the point, 24,500 tier 6 basic fragments, 18,300 tier 3 alpha, if again, as I said, you get path A each time, or you select as well with the path selectors, which is definitely, I'm pretty certain that's just under half for tier 6 basic, and that is just under half as well for actually it's probably 2/3 of a, yeah, it's definitely under half of, it's like 40% of a tier 3 alpha if I was to just throw a percentage out there. So again, this is just down to a personal preference from you as to what you choose. But what I hope this video has done is just provide you some elements of scenarios in that when you are looking to do your grind in the side quest, you get an idea of going, okay, well, if I save up these paths or I save up these selectors on the rewards, I will choose this, I will choose that. At the end of the quest, I will get this, and at the end of the quest, I'll do that. But largely choose what you require most. If you're not spending stuff in a battleground store, then grab what you need from the selectors from doing the threat levels, of doing the paths and the rift. If it's a case that you're like, right, well, I'll do this, but I'll not do that. Choose what you need for your roster, not what you kind of think that's kind of like, well, that, oh, everybody's getting it, I'll just get it as well. Just think about that first. But yeah, I wish you good luck in your grind in the side quest and the rift. Choose well, choose wisely, and check out some other content located on screen, and I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.